Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the Ncwlife Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our very smoky weather window today. In fact, it's hard to see around anywhere in north central Washington. Of course, the smoke from not only the Cougar Creek fire, which is now, by the way, the largest fire in the state, but also lots of fire activity down in California. As we look from our Omi Gardens camera, yeah, the Wenatchee Valley is back there somewhere, but the smoke rather, is coming from a lot of fires, and there are a lot of them around the western United States. Here's what we captured this morning from the National Weather Service. The areas in red are the very smoky areas, yellow, moderate smoke. So you can see most of that smoke that we're seeing is coming from the south and southwest, and this goes right through our overnight hours and into early on Thursday. So folks, this smoke is not going anywhere for the next couple of days. In fact, we have an air quality alert right now that's in effect until Friday at 10 a.m. and boy, it encompasses almost all of central and eastern Washington, especially Okanagan, Chelan, and Douglas counties, also over into Grant County. As I mentioned, it will run through Friday at 10 a.m. We're also in the midst of an excessive heat warning that will run from now until 8 o'clock on Friday night, and a red flag warning will go into effect at noon tomorrow, and that will run through 11 p.m. on Friday. A lot to get to in your weather forecast, and we'll do that a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Election results are in for races all over Chelan, Douglas, Grant, and Okanagan counties. We'll have complete results. But first, we begin tonight. Voter turnout statewide was light. That according to Secretary of State Kim Wyman. Of the 4.2 million voters in Washington state, just over 1 million turned in ballots for the primary election and polls closed Tuesday. Wyman's office estimates another 230,000 ballots will be hand processed. Here are some of the key statewide election results in our area. U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell outdistanced Susan Hutchinson, 573,000 votes to 246,000. For U.S. Representative in the 8th Congressional District, Dino Rossi easily handled Kim Schreier with 43% of the vote compared to 18.82 for Kim Schreier. Jason Ritterizer came in third in that race with just over 17.5% of that vote. In U.S. Representative, the 4th Congressional District, Dan Newhouse defeated Christine Brown by a total of 62.3% compared to 37.67% for Christine Brown. Now moving to the 12th District State Representative Position 1 race, a hotly contested race. It was Keith Gaynor with 7,718 votes compared to Ann Diamond's 5,035 votes. That's 45% compared to 29.3%. In the 12th District State Representative Position 2, it was Mike Steele with a little over 60% of the vote compared to Valerie Surratt's 33.04%. Now for Chelan County election returns, and as anticipated, it was a lower voter turnout in Chelan County for Tuesday's primary. According to the Chelan County Auditor's Office, 11,477 ballots were counted Tuesday out of the nearly 44,000 registered voters. That's a 26.17% turnout. There's still another estimated 4,606 ballots yet to be counted. Here are the results for key races in Chelan County as of Tuesday. For Chelan County Assessor, it was Deanna Walter with 6,410 votes to Kevin Omi's 3,762 votes. For the Chelan County Commissioner District Number 2 race, it was Sean Smith with 46.4% of the vote compared to Bob Boogert's 38.38%. Robert Mulder raked in 6.69% of the vote. Zachary Miller had 241 votes, and Lee Duncan with 112 votes. For Chelan County District Court Judge Position 2, Alan Blackman received 4,121 votes to Kyle Mott's 3,226 votes. Roberto H. Castro also received 18.54% of that vote. In the Upper Valley Park and Recreation District, that's Proposition 1, it's an outdoor pool maintenance and operations levy. Yes votes won by a 59% margin to a 40% margin. Moving on now to the Chelan County Sheriff race, Sheriff Brian Burnett, uncontested, received 7,551 votes. Now for your Douglas County election results. While voter turnout for Tuesday's state primary in Chelan County was just 25%, it was even worse in Douglas County. As of the polls closing Tuesday night, only 14.44% of registered voters in Douglas County had voted. That number is expected to double on the next vote count on Wednesday, with the auditor's office anticipating another 4,000 ballots left to be counted. Here are the results in key races in Douglas County. For Douglas County Commissioner District number 3, it was Mark Straub with 568 votes compared to Norman Buck Tupling, Waterville Farmers, 314 votes. For Douglas County Sheriff, it was Kevin Morris receiving 62.1% of the vote. Leon Leidy received 37.8% of that primary vote. In the Grand Coulee School District for the capital levy, it was yes by 55.26%, 331 yes votes. Now moving on to Okanagan County, voter turnout as well in Okanagan County came in at nearly 24% when the polls closed on Tuesday night. The Okanagan County Auditor's Office estimates that there are still 1,980 ballots left to be counted. A total of 5,375 ballots were counted last night, and that's out of the total of 22,645 registered voters. Here are the Okanagan County key election results. First off, 7th Legislative District for State Senator was Shelley Short with 69.7% of the vote compared to Karen Hardy's 30.2%. In the 7th Legislative District in Position 1, it was Jacqueline Maycumber with 2,096 votes. Randy Michaelis picked up 862 votes. In the 7th Legislative District in Position 2, Joel Kretz, an easy winner over Crystal Oliver. Kretz with 69% of the votes, Oliver with 13%, Mike Bell picked up just under 11%, and Christine Ives with just over 6%. In the 12th Legislative District, Position 1, it was Ann Diamond, the winner there over Keith Gaynor with 41% of the votes. Gaynor picked up just a little over 31% of that vote. CKK Stacy Weigel picked up 14.9% of the vote. J.D. Greening with 12.7%. In the 12th Legislative District, Position 2, Mike Steele, an easy winner over Valerie Surratt with 52% of the vote to Surratt's 32%. Alan Fainestock also picked up 13.9%. For the Okanagan County Auditor position, Kerry Hall came away with the win with 2,371 votes compared to Randy Gates, 1,786. For the Okanagan County Commissioner in District 3, it was Jim Detrow with 1,276 votes, Sally Bull, 462 votes, and Robert Fuchs with 202 votes. For the Okanagan County Prosecuting Attorney, Aaron Noma picked up 2,935 votes. Brandon Platter, it was a close one with 2,018 votes. Now moving on for the contested Okanagan County Sheriff race, the winner was Anthony Tony Hawley with 26.7% of the vote. Very close behind Steve Brown with 22.6%. Incumbent Sheriff Jeff Copland came in third with 18.7% of the vote. Michael Blake at 18.5%. Kevin Newport 11.3%. Court Creighton a little over 2% of that vote in the hotly contested Okanagan County Sheriff election. Now moving on to the Grand Coulee Dam, there's School 301 and 304J. That's proposition number 1 for capital levy for safety, technology, and facilities improvements. And that passed by a yes vote of 92 and a no vote of 52. Moving on, Grant County's voter turnout Tuesday was much higher than surrounding counties with nearly 30% voter turnout and another estimated 11,000 ballots yet to be counted. Here are the key results in Grant County. In the 12th Legislative District, Position 1, Keith Gaynor came away with the win with 34.9% of the vote. C. Kiki Stacy Weigel had 275 votes, and Ann Diamond had 263. Also, J.D. Greening picked up another 234 votes. In the 12th Legislative District, Position 2 in Grant County, Mike Steele came out the winner, doubling up on Valerie Surratt with 63% of the vote to Surratt's a little over 30%. Alan Fanistock picked up 6.95% of that vote. For the 13th Legislative District, State Senator Junie Warnick picked up 100% of the vote. She is the only one running in that race, 8,323 votes. In the 13th Legislative District, Position 1, Tom Dent has 75.44% of the vote. Jesse Hagstrom-Oki has about 24.5%. In the 13th Legislative District, in Position 2, Matt Manweller. He will retain his seat as he's a big winner in Grant County with 68% of the vote. Sylvia Hammond, 31.9%. Grant County Assessor Melissa McKnight, the winner there with 6,380 votes compared to Scott Schmig's 3,599 votes. The Grant County Auditor race found Michael Jaderland, the winner with 65.6% of the vote compared to James Jim Liebrecht's 34.3%. For the Grant County Commissioner District 3 race, it was Cindy Carter, a close winner over Jeff Foster. Carter picked up a little over 53% of that vote, while Foster just under 47%. The Grant County Sheriff's race, Tom Jones, the incumbent sheriff in Grant County, with 82.2% of the vote. Miriam Villagran Diaz picked up 17.7% of that vote. For the Grant County Treasurer's race, it was Darrell Pleasant, a winner over Casey Cooper. Pleasant with 54.4% of the vote. Casey Cooper 45.5%. Now moving on to Grand Coulee School District number 301, Proposition number 1. This is a capital levy for safety, technology, and facilities improvement, and it passed 170 votes to 154 votes. The Grant County Fire District number 3 Proposition number 1 levy to reauthorize and continue regular emergency medical services is a yes vote, 65.6%, to no votes at 34.38%. Moving on to the Grant County Fire District number 8 Proposition number 1. That's for emergency medical services and regular property tax levies. The yes vote was just over 70%, while the no vote just under 30%. All right, I'm going to take a breath. Coming up next, crews working the Cougar Creek fire have been working to establish contingency bulldozer and hard lines in advance of expected winds later this week. The Chelan Douglas Health District reports 2 more dead bats have been found in downtown Wenatchee. A Cedro Woolley woman was injured yesterday in a 2-vehicle accident near Mazama. And National Night Out Against Crime Tuesday night brought the Wenatchee community out to Centennial Park. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the Ncwlife Evening News.
I love nature, but I signed up to lease Hondas, not take a hike.
I know, right?
Hey everybody, come on up. The reason why I brought you out here is for a great team building exercise.
Customer wants to talk lifetime warranty. Can I go?
Yeah, go.
Hey, us too, we gotta go.
Go.
Choose the pros, Alignment Pros. When your vehicle needs brakes, shocks, struts, or alignment, choose the experts in their field. Alignment Pros and Express Lube with a 5-star rating. The work they perform on your vehicle is as impeccable as their shop. With state-of-the-art equipment, Alignment Pros can handle all large or small vehicles, specialty cars, lifted or lowered. Alignment Pros does them all. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
Eastern Washington. It's a great place to call home and a great time to own a home. It's the ideal place to lay down roots for your family and your future. Gisa Credit Union thinks Eastern Washington is a great place to own a home too. That's why we offer all kinds of home loans with personal attention every step of the way. We're your home. For home loans, we're Gisa Credit Union.
Welcome back. In other news, the Cougar Creek fire burning near Entiat is now the state's largest wildfire. The fire grew from 61 acres on Tuesday to 9,170 acres in size today and is 0% contained. More firefighting crews are expected to arrive late today. Firefighters disengaged late afternoon along the southeast corner of the fire for safety reasons and will re-engage today in a direct suppression effort. Crews have been working to establish contingency bulldozer and hand lines in advance of expected winds later this week. Managers explained the contingency plans at their morning briefing today.
Well, this yellow line will represent a secondary line, which if we do have to come off of a primary, then we're going to back up, and this line is all in and secure, and we're ready to make a good defense right here on this yellow line. But just so you know, we have a contingency planning group, and what those guys are doing is they're looking for other options to secure secondary lines beyond that in case we do lose it, and that's just for emergency planning, but we do like to plan big out like that.
811 firefighters are currently on that fire. Chelan County Emergency Management reinstated Level 3 evacuation advisories for the Upper Entiat Valley as the fire intensified yesterday. The closure extends up valley from Potato Creek to milepost 25. The lost fire grew to 58 acres yesterday. 16 smoke jumpers, an 8-person rappel crew, a 20-person hotshot crew, and a 20-person initial attack crew are engaged on the fire today, as well as both fixed wing and helicopter air resources. A public information meeting is scheduled for 7 p.m. at the Plain Community Church regarding the fire. It will be streamed live on Facebook. And also, the lost fire grew to 58 acres yesterday. 16 smoke jumpers, an 8-person rappel crew, a 20-person hotshot crew engaged on the fire. On that fire and helicopter resources. And just in this afternoon, Y Connector Road, which is located between Lake Wenatchee Highway and Chihuahua Loop Road, has been closed because of the lost fire that's burning near Plain. The emergency road closure was initiated by the director of the Chelan County Public Works at the request of local firefighting agencies. The roadway is being used as a staging area. There's no estimate as to when Y Connector Road will open. It's closed to all traffic. The public is asked to stay away from the area. Motorists traveling to Lake Wenatchee or Plain can use Lake Wenatchee Highway or Chihuahua Loop Road to reach their destination. Well, National Night Out Against Crime brought the Wenatchee community out to Centennial Park. It was an opportunity to meet in a casual setting with police officers, state troopers, and county sheriff's deputies that serve this area. Ncwlife's cameras were there.
My experience has been great so far. When I got here, the officers greeted my son, and it was awesome. He loves policemen and he loves firemen, so just coming down here and seeing all the community and everybody come down and show support for our law enforcement is great. It's been fun. There's lots of booths. There's lots of activities for the kids. It's been great.
One of the more popular features from yesterday was a demonstration by the Chelan County Sheriff's canines.
My name is Mike Lehman with Chelan County Sheriff's Office. I am part of your local canine team, and I've been the one chosen to come out here and talk to you and explain to you what we're doing. In front of you, we have Deputy Brad Norton and Canine Asa. She is a Dutch Shepherd, very young, still figuring out the whole thing. But her job is basically to search and capture people that run from us, that have committed a violent crime, or are going to pose a risk to either us or you if we don't find them. So she can find people via a track. If they run and they're hiding, we can track her down through the woods, through the orchards, through the streets. Doesn't matter. She can find people in buildings, and when she does find them, if they decide not to give up on their own accord, she will bite them and she will hold on to them. While she is biting them, that's when we come into play, and we will take, Deputy Norton would take control of his dog, and the arrest team would come in and take the person into custody.
The National Night Out Against Crime event is observed in 16,000 communities across the nation. You're watching the Ncwlife Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update with Eric Granstrom. That and much more still to come on the Ncwlife Evening News. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
Hello, and what is up? Welcome to Career Shift Business Edition. I've got 3 choices: certificate, associates, and bachelor's. I'm going associates. And I'm enrolled. Stay alert, this game moves pretty fast. Whoa, exams almost did me in. I'm back on track and picking up speed. And I'm in the home stretch. Degree complete, and I'm ready to go to work. Charter helped me make that career shift. Your turn.
Hi, Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. When you think of Alpine Air in Wenatchee, think of professional, friendly customer service for all your heating and cooling needs. Alpine Air partners with Carrier, manufacturers of some of the best heating and air conditioning equipment available today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Visit our store in Wenatchee, meet our people, see our shop. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLife channel.
And a good Wednesday to you. Gamble Sands Golf Course is the site for the Washington State Golf Association's Men's Amateur Championship this week. 120 of the best players from around the state are vying to add their name to the John Bodenhammer Trophy. Gamble Sands General Manager Brady Hatfield describes why he thinks the WSGA chose his course north of Brewster.
You know, I think they saw value in the facility. You know, the WSGA is always looking for good venues to host their events, and we were excited about the opportunity to bring 120 amateur players out here of this ability and see how our golf course stacks up against it. It's a different type of golf than they're used to experiencing. The golf course is playing incredibly firm and fast. It's true link style golf, so the ball's going to stay on the ground and be in motion on the ground a lot longer than they're used to. So it'll be interesting to see who can adapt to those playing conditions quickly.
There was a 4-way tie atop the leaderboard through half of today's second round at 9 under par. The players talk about the challenge of playing at Gamble Sands.
Of course, look pretty wide open, big greens, and gonna have to put it close.
Yeah, Gamble Sands is a lot of fun. First time out here. The course is extremely firm, not super long, but it's extremely firm, so you can play a lot of the slopes. Lets you be a little creative, and there's a good number of holes that lets you implement some different strategies, which makes it fun and separates the way some of the competitors will play the course. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, I'm not really used to this kind of courses because these courses are kind of the link type of courses. I'm used to like trees, a lot of trees.
Yeah, a lot of trees. You read right there. Daniel Kim is just 14 years old, playing in his first WSGA Men's Amateur Championship.
Well, I played home course and shot 1 over, which is pretty good for my age, and it was pretty tough playing with the college people, so it was a good experience though.
So what do you think as you're surrounded by guys that are clear up to 60 years old and you're 14, what do you think about that?
It's pretty weird, but at the same time, but exciting.
Kim was 2 over after his first round yesterday. He told me his goal was to make the cut. Well, he's 2 under so far today. Looks like he's going to make tomorrow's final round. The Wenatchee Apple Sox fell to the Kelowna Falcons last night by a score of 15-1 in the process. Despite my math, looks like their hopes for a postseason are gone as well. According to the West Coast League, no matter what happens in Kelowna tonight, Wenatchee has no chance of making the playoffs. They say if Victoria beats Portland, the Harbor Cats advance to play Bellingham. If Victoria loses, Kelowna will advance whether they win or lose to Wenatchee tonight. Let's check the Les Schwab scoreboard from last night. Andrew Feist was 2 for 3 with a solo home run to lead Corvallis to a 2-0 win over Yakima Valley. Cameron Haskell and 4 other pitchers combined on a 7-hit shutout. Only 3 of the combined 8 runs of the game were earned between Walla Walla and Cowlitz. The 2 teams combined for 9 errors last night. Sweets came out on top. Nick Nyquist went 4 for 5 with a run and 2 RBIs. Hunter Van Sow hit a grand slam home run to lead Victoria to a 13-6 win over Portland. Jackson Fagg also delivered a 3-run home run for the Harbor Cats. Oh, we should mention that Dan Pruitt was 3 for 4 with a 2-run home run in Kelowna's 15-1 win over Wenatchee. Jake Fisher also went 3 for 4 with 2 runs and 4 RBIs for the Falcons. So here we go. One final night of the regular season comes down to this for the final postseason berth in the WCL's North Division. Yakima Valley plays at Corvallis at 6. 6:35, Cowlitz hosting Walla Walla, Wenatchee at Kelowna, and Portland at Victoria. The Wenatchee 12U baseball team was blanked in the first round of Blackett play yesterday for the Cal Ripken World Series, 10-0 by Pacific Southwest. The Pacific Northwest representatives now face Southwest today in the Iron Bracket. A win would put Wenatchee into the Iron Bracket Championship against the winner of Middle Atlantic in Phoenix City, Alabama. Well, despite Mike Zunino's 2 home runs, he was matched by Joey Gallo's 2 home runs. Texas beat Seattle in a day game today at Arlington 11-7. They take 2 of 3 for the Mariners. Marco Gonzalez got roughed up, allowing 7 runs on 11 hits in 5 innings, including a couple of home runs. Seattle able to cut the Rangers' lead to 1 run in the 7th with a 4-run top half of the inning, but then Texas rallied for 4 in the bottom of the 7th off reliever Zach Duke. Seattle limps into Houston, having lost 9 of its past 13. 5:10 start time tomorrow. James Paxton against Justin Verlander. The only good news for Mariners fans is Oakland also lost last night. Chris Davis hit his 32nd homer of the season, but the Dodgers scattered 4 runs across the board to down the Athletics 4-2. Tyler White's 2-run home run at the top of the 8th was the difference for Houston as the Astros beat San Francisco 2-1. And Shohei Ohtani's a 3-run home run sparked a 7-run first inning, and the Angels beat Detroit 11-5. So the Mariners up to date right there. Now trail Oakland by 2.5 for the wild card spot. That's sports. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. We'll be back with your complete local weather forecast right after this.
I really like to be in the place because it like.
It's a free walk-in job search assistance center. It is designed to help job seekers with the tools that they need to find a job. We have partnered with libraries in 5 other cities, providing the same types of services that we offer here, just there.
Just walk in, we have laptops, and we can help you with resume, cover letter.
All of our services are paid for by the revenues earned in our store. Goodwill is just a tool that the community is using to help their neighbors find a job. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Vominos junk haulers, big or small, they haul it all. Vominos junk haulers are experienced at hauling junk from your household items to yard and construction debris. That old hot tub and eyesore, Vominos, will make it Vominos. Recycling is a priority to Vominos junk haulers. They'll haul away your old appliances and electronics. And for the do-it-yourselfers, Vominos Junk Haulers also rents trucks and trailers. Call Vominos Junk Haulers and Moving Service today to schedule your free estimate.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Evening News. Let's get right to your quick lube and tune forecast. A little bit short on time tonight because of all of the election results, but here you go. 75, the overnight low tonight. Record heat possible tomorrow of 106. 104 is our old record. And then the cool down will begin. Not so much on Friday, 97, but a cold front will move through Friday night, kicking up our winds, which isn't good news. The good news is, though, it will cool us down to 82 as we kick off our weekend on Saturday, 88 on Sunday, and then back to the heat on both Monday and Tuesday, 93 Monday and 96 your high temperature on Tuesday. So enjoy, by all means, the weekend weather coming up for you this weekend. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz and News with Steve Hare. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from Localtel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV set free. Enjoy the extra value Localtel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.
Hey there, Wenatchee. I'm Sean Lee, and I'm inviting you to check out the NCW Movie Guide to keep up on what movies are playing in our town.